Hey y'all, welcome back to Mirror Expressions, channel where I take the time to share a little bit of myself with y'all through my thoughts, opinions, perspective, and I invite y'all to come on in and do the same with me. Take a moment, hit that thumbs up button for me, hit subscribe if you haven't already done so, and also let me know how you doing. Like, are you good? Are you okay? If so, put me a mirror emoji in the chat that just lets me know that, hey, Kay, it's all good on my end. And if not, as always, I encourage you to do what you must to get back to a healthier you. All right, y'all. First up, let me just apologize for the late review. I've been on vacation and I really did have very good intentions of doing my review while I was on vacation, but I underestimated all the fun I was going to have. So anyways, here we are now, better late than never. So let's go ahead and get into it. Married at First Sight, season 15, episode 18. We are finally at the reunion. And y'all know I was waiting on this to see everything pop off. So this is part one. Truth be told, I really feel like it probably all could have been done in one episode, because probably past the first 15 minutes, my attention span was just like not there. Like, they were not keeping my attention. But anyway, we're gonna get into it as we get into it. I want y'all to tell me how y'all felt about the reunion part one as well. So anyway, we got Kevin hosting again. Like, I think it's time to switch that up, just like they did the after party. It's time to kind of shake that bag up, even though he seemed to be a little bit more engaged, asking the questions that we all wanted to know this time around. I will say that and give him that. All the couples were there. Y'all know how it goes. Even Morgan and Ben, who kind of got kicked off early because they both wanted to end things. And so let's just get into these looks first. You know what I'm saying? So Lindy, she said she felt like a princess and whatnot. And I said, I give her that. She looked like one too or whatever. She was very pretty. Miguel was handsome. He had on his little three-piece, you know what I'm saying? He did look like he was kind of stuffed down up in there, but he was very handsome. Stasha, gorgeous as usual. She was giving me Princess Tiana vibes with the color of her dress. Nate, he's stunning on the peoples with a tux. I said, okay. Handsome. The little baby braids were gone. Them little things sticking out, they were gone. Kristen, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like, that color scheme, that colors in that family just always seem to radiate off of her skin. Like, she just look beautiful. Like, at the decision day, she had it like on a red, and so now this one's kind of like a magenta. I don't know. It's like in that pinkish red family, like, those colors really complement her skin well, I think. Itch Baby Bitch, he was handsome. He I'm gonna say this, y'all. Mitch is not an ugly guy. He actually cleans up pretty well. It's his attitude that just kind of makes him like blah. So I really do think he looked very handsome. Alexis, yeah, I wasn't crazy about her look. The dress, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite. And I definitely was not a fan of the hair. It looked very dated, but we all know Alexis, she lives for the dramatic effect, the looks, the dramatization of things. And so now that it definitely gave. And then the hair was too shiny too. But anyways, yeah, so that was her. But she did have them girls out. They came out to play. I said, Alexis, Devon is not here. Justin, he was kind of dressed down. I will say I didn't really care for his color combination. He had like a blue shirt and a green blazer. And I would have just gone with maybe a more neutral color, like a white maybe, or a white or cream, something like that shirt with the, but yeah, anyway. I mean, his outfit itself was okay, you know. Not too dressy as some of the others, but yeah. Morgan, I liked her dress, but she just she does not exude femininity. Like, let me know if I'm the only person. Yeah, I'm trying to get comfortable. Let me know if I'm the only person that thinks that, like, she really just does not exude femininity. And so the dress itself was pretty or whatever, but she wasn't giving it justice, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, maybe it's because we only saw her in scrubs the entire time she was on the show. So I just can't imagine seeing her anything else. She always had them scrubs on, stumping through the scenes. So, hey, maybe that's it. And then Ben, he looked dapper. He was yummy looking, you know. But yeah, so that was what it looks as far as like what I thought. Anyway, so we start off. Kevin's asking them, like, what did they learn about them seeing themselves on TV? And they said it was like, for him, it was seeing his blind spots. And he wishes that he had been more vulnerable with Stasha. Krista said she learned that she over-enunciates her words. And here go Alexis. And I learned that I under-enunciate. I said, oh, child, no, you just... You be out here saying whatever, making up stuff, saying it wrong, but trying to sound all sophisticated and knowledgeable and like the celibate to say instead of celibate. Anyway, so Justin said, you know, he realizes that he cries a lot. And then we kind of start out focusing in on Stasha and Nate, right? So the maps after dark. So Stasha said, as far as all their steamy scenes and stuff, they were just kind of going with the flow. She said they were very open. And here go Kevin, yeah, y'all were wide open. I said, oh child. Oh child. They were. Then Kevin asks, well, who here doesn't get along? So y'all know this was some manufactured drama as far as, you know, one of the producers had to have put their bug in his ear or something. You know what I'm saying? So nobody really said anything, right? So then he comes back and he says, well, who here has unfollowed somebody, right? And so Nate ends up calling Justin out, talking about, you know, he's unfollowed everybody in the group. And so Justin was like, yeah, I blocked you because you two different people. You're fake, right? And so Nate said, well, you know, what are you talking about? Give me an example. And Justin was like, he said, you know, that they had pretty much made a bond and said that they would be there for each other. But then Nate turned around and said, well, I don't get into other people's business, but he got into being in Morgan's business when they was all sitting at their apartment and it went down or whatever between being and Morgan. Said he was all in the mix. So Nate said, sir, I'm not looking to be your therapist. I said, oh. I'm not looking to be your therapist. And He said it's weird because you just got in your feelings because I wasn't giving you attention. My attention belongs to my wife. I said, touche. Then he called him a doggone crybaby. I said, I think Nate really, I feel like he was right. And I feel like that when Nate said he don't get in people's business, he was specifically talking about Alexis and Justin. Like Alexis and Justin. He didn't want to get involved in they bull crap, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably why he told Justin that. That was just a nice way of not getting it in their midst or whatever. So anyway, then when he called him out a crybaby, that's when it popped out, y'all. That was the preview we saw. And Justin was like, you made a pass at me twice. I said, this reminds me of that time when Alexis and Justin were at the candy store when they were preparing for their housewarming. Y'all remember that? And Justin started clowning Alexis in the middle of the store, saying she doing all this for attention. She gets off on it. And this is what that's kind of reminding me of. Like, you being like a little childish baby or kid that's just like saying anything to get that negative attention and just to try to pick with somebody. Not that what they're saying is necessarily true. It's just something they're trying to do to get a rise out of somebody. Like, this is what this is giving off. This is giving off those type of vibes. Like, just petty Betty, basically petty Betty. He got his petticoat on. You know what I'm saying? And so here go Justin. I'm calling you out. I'll put you in your place real quick. I said, child, please, Justin won't do a thing. So Justin went on to say that Nate had complimented him on his skin and his teeth, and so he considers that a pass. Y'all, if that is not the most absurd thing that I have heard, I said, if anything, and I believe that they probably did those things, but I think it was probably more so in an effort to build Justin's self-esteem per se, like maybe to hype him up a little bit, or give him a little bit of self-confidence going into this whole process. Because Justin probably was around there, oh man, I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm gonna be good enough. Or, he was probably doing some stuff like that. And they was probably like, man, you good. You got that pretty skin. You got nice teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like, who actually compliments somebody on their teeth in an effort to get their draws? Like, that's a no. No, that's a no. Oh, y'all, I was just like, Justin, come on. You got to come better than that. So, nothing about this scream sexy. So, anyway, Nate was pretty much like, dog, I'm comfortable in my sexuality. Like, basically saying, I know who I am. And just because I compliment you, ain't nothing in with all that. It don't mean nothing. It's just a compliment, basically. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what Justin gonna say. Oh, you better take some of that bass out your voice, boy. I was just like, who is this person? And like, oh my goodness. Like, where was all this testosterone during this season, Justin? Like, who are you supposed to be like right now? So anyway, they kept wondering, like, well, why you unfollow us? Why you unfollow us? And at this point, I was just like, Nate, just drop it. It really is not important. You know what I'm saying? Like, let Justin Powell have his little moment and keep it moving or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But They kept at it, and I said, "Oh goodness!" Like, so he tells Justin, "Well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?" And so Justin go jump his butt up out his chair like he was ready to nucky you buck, basically. So as soon as he did that, here come Ben running. Kevin jumped up. Like, they all trying to hold Justin back. And the funny part is, Nate ain't flinched a bit. Nate still sitting in his chair. He's still sitting in his chair like, what's up? What's up? What you gonna do? I said, because he know Justin ain't gonna do ish. I ain't gonna do not a goddamn thing. Oh. He told him, man, meet me outside, man. Just do that. Meet me outside and we could go and squash this. So, Kevin, he in between the two guys, right? Did y'all notice how Kevin took Nate's face like he straight sunned him. Hi, how you doing, child? It's gonna be okay. He's trying to look them in their face. I said, oh my goodness, he straight sunned that man. But anyway, so they going at it back and forth, up, back and forth, the back, up and down, left side, right. And so Stasha, she trying to calm Nate. He talking cash money. Miguel, at this point, he done got up. He ends up walking off with Alexis and Justin. And y'all, can I just insert right here? So when Ben jumped up, did y'all notice how short that mine pants were? Why it looked like he had some doggone capris? If y'all did not notice it, go back, rewind that DVR. And peep out his pants. Y'all, he jumped up and they did not come down. Them thighs were damn near up to his thighs, I swear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then they were tight. They look like some skinny jeans by the time they get to his camels. It was just weird, y'all. It was weird. It was weird. Anyway. So, Lexus and Justin, they backstage. Alexis trying to calm Justin down and whatnot. You know, telling him, you know, don't worry about Nate. You ain't got to see him no more after today. Just focus on me. Focus on us. Let's get through it. Yada, yada, yada. Can you regulate yourself? Meanwhile, back on stage, they all talking about Justin, like, we don't believe it. He unfollow everybody. He follow us, then unfollow. He follow, then unfollow. And he's projecting. Like, there was Mitch that had said that. And how they know what he said isn't true. So anyway, Lexus and Justin, they end up coming back out. And they immediately went back into that hole. Well, why you unfollow everybody? I'm just like, Nate, now, see, now you picking. You know what I'm saying? Like, let this shit go. Like, it is what it is. It is not really that important. And I think Justin is feeding off of that. Like, that's what he want. If y'all probably just said, oh, he unfollowed, so what? Who gives a dang on, you know, or caring the world about it? Then I think that would have bothered him even more. You know, so right now, he liking that he getting a rise out of y'all about it. You know what I'm saying? So give him the opposite. Act like this shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And let him feed off of that internally or whatever, because they're petty. Well, anyway, Kevin asks Justin, well, why did you follow everybody? So he started going down the list. He done followed Stasha because she's married to Nate. He done followed Morgan and Lindy because they were all supposed to go hiking and they ended up going without him. He unfollowed Kristen because he said she's fake or whatever, and you know what I'm saying? It was just one thing after the other. Like I said, if they ignored that issue, that probably would have bothered him more. So Nadine asked him, well, why did you have to call me gay? And he said, because you kept complimenting me. And Kevin said, look here, Justin, like one man complimenting another does not make them gay. And I said, facts, period, Pooh, because it doesn't. I compliment other women all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's no big thing. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with saying, affirming other human beings, whether the same sex or not. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, at this point, pretty much everybody is over the conversation and they want to move on. And y'all, beyond this point, wasn't too much going on. So we gonna fly through this pretty quick. They end up showing the snippet of Kristen and Mitch with her talking about she's gonna leave the door open for him and all this. This was, decision day and the day after when they had all met trying to figure out what everybody had said. And so, I just was looking at Kristen when they kept playing, when they were playing back this scene. Kristen was like this the whole time. She was just hanging her head. I said embarrassed. She ought to be. You know what I'm saying? Like she sitting up here groveling after this man or, it just seemed a little desperate. I'm going to leave the door open. Mitch did not, to me now, when they were at decision day, he made it very clear that the door was closed to marriage, period, Pooh. And so for her to even come back in that same conversation to say she's leaving the door open, like you played yourself to me on that, because were you not listening? He made that very clear. And then at the when all the couples got together and then y'all started on this whole door open again and again, I don't like Ishbay now. He say things and he can be real nasty about it, but at that point though, he really had already said the door is closed. So why do you keep mentioning it, basically? So anyway, she said that, they're definitely over. The Kristen and Mitch show is done, but they are amicable. And he says, at that point when they were with the other couples that evening, he just kind of felt ganged up on. And so Alexa said that, she had kind of asked Mitch what was his intentions in that moment because she was just trying to protect her friend and wanted her to know what his true expectations were, basically. Because, she didn't want to see her hurt or whatever. So then, it's time for Lindy and Miguel's package. So everybody leaves, and now it's just Kevin, Lindy, and Miguel. And he comments, how they're matching. And they always do that, as we're starting to see, like they were matching on decision day. They're matching now. And so he's just like, are y'all still together? And of course, they said they were. She's moved in. She's moved into his place. She's been decorating it, trying to make it her own. He's even roped her into playing Dungeons and Dragons, Dragons. I don't know, because that's not my game. So D&D, he's roped her into playing it on a weekly basis. Kevin, he ends up bringing up the couples retreat and how that was such a tense time between the two of them. Miguel said, he was definitely wrong with how he acted. And he said, one of the things he's learning to do is focus more on the positives than the negatives. And Kevin asked if there has ever been a moment where her crazy has come up. You know how she always kind of say, you ain't seen my crazy, you haven't seen my outbursts, yada yada yada. So they both say yes. And Kevin asks, well, where are y'all with the last name change? Because y'all know there was a big thing too. And so she, after this long dramatic pause, said that yes, she has taken his last name and she has just hyphenated it with her last name. So she's Eloy Santiago now. Anyway, Kevin then brings up McGindy, their little baby, their little fake baby. And Miguel said that having a little fake baby was kind of symbolic of their future. They both want children, but the plan is to secure a house first before they have any children. So, Lindy said that after the prom episode was when she felt really secure about where they were and how they were able to resolve things. And I was just like, I don't remember that. Like, I do not recall there being any resolve with their issues. I recall them actually continuing to fight because they had their friends over and then they got into it again about her talking to her friend, although Miguel had just talked to his friend as well about what was going on between them. So, I mean, that's what I remember. But hey, set yourself out. But on my TV screen, they argued all the way up until decision day. Anyway, that was pretty much the end of them. Nate and Stasha were next. They're still together. Kevin asked, well, have y'all moved in together? And so they revealed that they have. Well, I think Nate said yes and Stasha said no. So they were like not on the same page with that. But so what they're doing is Nate still has his apartment. I think he said he had 8 months left on his lease. And I was just like, 8 months? I'm thinking like, when was this show recorded? And it ended when? I'm just like, that math ain't mathing to me. How is it that you still have 8 months? But anyway, so they stay a couple of weeks at his place, and then they'll go and stay a couple of weeks at her place. So, okay, whatever works for you. So anyway, but makes no sense to me because it's just like, can't you break a lease now? It's been a minute since I've stayed in an apartment, but I know there are like certain stipulations or circumstances where you can break a lease, and isn't marriage one of them? Like, I'm genuinely asking. I feel like it is. Y'all let me know in the comments because I'm just like, yeah, it just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I think the real reason Nate ain't letting that apartment go is because he's afraid that if they don't work out, he gonna be homeless, as he likes to put it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, whatever. Stasha says they do some of the things that they do well are communication and compromising. Things they can work on is opening it up and being more vulnerable. So they said they're trying to find their middle ground on the emotional spectrum. So Stasha said that she's still not getting what she wants from Nate. She's craving more of an emotional connection, and she's still not just getting that. So Nate says she needs to work on relinquishing control. And Kevin asks Nate, well, have you told her I love you yet? And then we get another dramatic pause. He said he tells her that every day. And then we get some never before seen footage of him putting together like this date night where they had a do-it-yourself project of making like this photo op wall in their apartment. I remember seeing that too, that little backdrop hanging up in their apartment. So anyway, Sasha said, you know, he does do little things like that for me, but I said, oh, not little things. Like, can't you be appreciative of the things he plans? But then she did go on to say, you know, he'll plan things, but he'll plan things that he definitely likes. Like, I think she said jet skiing or something like that. Like, she's like, that's not really my thing, but I'll do it because he wants to, but that's not my thing. And so I think it's just a matter of they're not speaking each other love languages. Like, Nate is hearing her say, I need you to step up in this arena. And he's trying, but he's not doing it in a way that translates to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to speak to her love language with his own love language. And he has to learn how to speak her love language. But vice versa. She has to, vice versa. She has to be able to do the same or whatever. So, at that point, things got like, the tension got really thick between them. Like, you can almost palpate that tension. And it was coming through the TV loud and clear. So anyway, Nate says it's always like that. There's always a but. And he feels like the target is ever moving and that he can never hit it. And this is the one thing, I said it in the last review, that they're not going to last long term. And I think this is why. They're right there. Like, Nate will forever feel like he's not good enough for Sasha. Like, he's not able to meet her needs and desires and wants. So Sasha just said she wants more. And he said he wants her to affirm what he's already done. So they're still not on the same page with that. They're not on the same page as having children. Yeah, they just got some work to do. Pretty much ended them. Kristen, Mitch, they're up next. Mitch said, you know, when he told her on honeymoon that he wasn't attracted to her, he said he was just kind of having like this long drawn out panic attack. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Kristen, she still thinks that Mitch just couldn't possibly have not been attracted to her. And I'm just like, girl, excuse me. I don't know how many ways he could say it. He just wasn't. He wasn't attracted to you. And it isn't saying that, like, Kristen, that you're an ugly duckling or anything. Because you're not. You're very beautiful. You're a very beautiful woman. You just were not his cup of tea. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody isn't for everyone, right? So Kevin asked, why would you tell a woman that you're not attracted to her? And Mitch said, he just effed up. I just effed up. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see some never before seen footage with them as well. And it was basically, Mitch had asked her, like, does she have any hobbies or whatever? And Kristen, and this set her off, because she said, like, that's a pet peeve, because a lot of people tend to think women don't have hobbies. So she was like, don't I like to go to the beach? Don't I like to walk Luna? And don't I do that? You know, and she's like, and Mitch was like, yeah. And she was like, well, those are hobbies, you know. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Nothing big there. So anyway, Kevin ends up asking, is there any part of you that still has feelings for Kristen? And Mitch was just like, you know, of course, yeah. And he's glad that they're friends, but there's just no chance of them getting back together. So Kristen said when he had the conversation with her sister, that was the turning point for her as far as their relationship. So Kevin asked Kristen, well, if Mitch had been willing to stay married to you, would you have stayed married? She said no. And I call BS because I guarantee you, had Kristen gone first on decision day, her answer would have been yes. I really do believe she was going to say yes. She was holding on to whatever little strand of hope there was left. That's why she hollering about she was going to keep that door open. But anyway, Mitch said, he's gone back to his old life since the show and he isn't dating. And Kristen said, she's now working out in New York. She's traveling a lot more and she just recently started dating. So Morgan and Ben, their package is next, short-lived as it is. They're obviously on better terms. They were sitting on the same couch side by side, which I fully expected Morgan to come to the reunion and refuse to even sit beside Ben. But here we are, nevertheless. So Kevin, of course, brings up the whole nursing fiasco. And Morgan had to let it be known that, yes, I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for 3 years. And so Ben said he hates, he went and talked to Justin about it, pretty much. And Morgan said that it hurt more that he would go to Justin again and talk versus somebody else. I said, Morgan, it doesn't matter who Ben went to. I think you would have just have blown up period point in the blank. You know what I'm saying? So, Ben said that Justin was dirty. He was dirty for putting him on the speakerphone during those private conversations or whatever. And so Morgan said, she regrets ending things early, but she doesn't regret giving him not giving him a second chance. Ben said, he has no regrets either. He realizes he wasn't ready for marriage and he needs to heal his inner child. And Kevin is like, well, what does that mean? Like, everybody, this inner child and healing. And I was like, Kevin. Oh, goodness. So, anyway, Ben explained, what it was. And then we end up learning that he even took Morgan out to brunch one day and apologized again. And she was able to receive it in that moment. My personal opinion, I still feel like she hasn't taken any accountability. Nobody is holding her feet to the fire. And that's just my opinion. So they're now supposedly friends, air quotes, because I highly doubt that. But Morgan, she says she's moved and she's doing a lot more traveling and she is dating. And Ben said that he also got a new job that has him traveling more, but that he isn't dating. He said in the far, 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 far off future, he does want to see himself married. All right, so we end this episode on Justin and Alexis, right? They walk in, Justin holding her train. I said, baby, Alexis gonna play up to that camera if she doesn't do anything else. She loves them cameras. She loves being all dramatic and all that. So, right off the bat, right off the bat, she said that she was happy to be a wife and that was why they clicked so soon. You know what I'm saying? Kevin said, so y'all both said I love you on a honeymoon. Did y'all mean it? And Justin was like, he did because he believes love is a choice. And he was choosing to love her, basically. Lex said, she meant that she loved him, but she was not in love with him. So Kevin ends up busting him out about consummating the marriage on the honeymoon, right? Nobody really knew about it. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't suspect at all. Like, I didn't have any suspicion surrounding them already doing the do before they actually told us they did the do. You know what I'm saying? So Justin was like, we did. I penetrated. Who says that? I penetrated. Alexis, on the other hand, was just like, no, we tried. Here go Justin, where we both orgasmed. Oh, wait, y'all. Oh, wait. Lex looks said otherwise. So, baby, and that thing's just like, orgasm. He gonna say, well, it sounded like you did. Oh, yeah. He said it just wasn't a long time. Oh, I said, This all sounds like what I said in previous reviews, that Justin was a virgin and very inexperienced. Like, he should have probably watched him on a couple of tapes before his wedding, before he got married. Because, baby, even just how he's explaining things, the words he's using, I penetrated, we orgasmed, and oh, child, it didn't last long. What? 3 minute, man? If even that, probably a 1 minute, man. I don't know 1 minute, man. Break me off, show me what you got. Oh, child. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, I don't know if y'all noticed this, y'all, but the whole time, Lex was sitting up there like, raking them hands like she was trying to practice some self-restraint or self-regulate, as she likes to say. I said, oh, child, because there's probably a lot she wants to say to them, but she's just like, let me not. So she pretty much ended up leaving that conversation alone. She was just like, you know what? If that's what you want to say, go sit yourself out. Anyway, we found out that Justin had told her not to tell anybody about them having sex. I said probably because he didn't want nobody to know that he was straight trash in the bed. Y'all know how Lexus like to bust that baby out. But anyway, so he told her, you know, they're going to keep this a secret. And so she said she felt that was very manipulative and malicious of him, because then he tried to blackmail her later on that he was going to tell everybody their secret. You know what I'm saying? So Justin was just like, when she said it was malicious and manipulative, he was like, well, you lied with me. So what they make you? Oh, child, these folks. Oh, my God. So anyway, Justin then calls her out. How after watching the show back, she would threw so much shade at him. You know, he didn't realize it until he watched it back. And I said, Justin, you know, you was wrong for trying to hold that over her head. But you're right in the fact that she did throw a lot of shade at you over the season. So, of course, we know they're still not together. I don't even know why that question was asked. And Justin was like, no, it was my choice. And I'm thinking, like, why is this even a thing? First of all, like, did we not see them end things last episode? Like, so, were there some let's get back together behind the scenes type thing? And they are broken up yet once again. Like, why is this conversation? Why is this even part of the conversation right now? So anyway, Justice like, yeah, it was his choice. And then Alexa was just like, no, you're lying. It was mine. I have screenshots. So it just kind of sounds like maybe they did try to get back together and it just didn't work out yet again. I don't know. But Kevin asks Lex, well, what's your version of the truth, right? And Lex said she just didn't feel free and that's why she wanted out, but she still wanted to be friends. And Justice saying, well, friends don't call each other drunk. I said, ooh. She done drunk down this boy to go get a little pain. So Lex said, I don't have anything to hide. So she tried to put her therapist hat on again. And she was just like, Justin, you're getting emotional. Justice said, you're trying to gaslight me again like you did the entire marriage. And all I could think was like, and she did. And so he went on to say that, you know, she had tried to come on to him at his apartment. And then that was pretty much it. We got nothing else but the to be continued. So I guess we'll pick up with them next episode. Like I said, this episode, it didn't really give much. And I really felt like, you know, beyond the explosive part at the beginning, which was hilarious. I mean, I really feel like probably, because, I mean, if you think about it, at this point, we've gone through all the packages of all the couples, right? So it's like, what we need a part 2 for? But, you know, we'll have one. Yeah, the rest, other than the explosion at the top of the episode, the rest of it was just kind of like, meh. But anyway, that's all I got, y'all. November is Epilepsy Awareness Month. Take the time to gain some knowledge about seizures, what to do if you have one or if you see someone having one. And wear your little purple ribbon if you can. It's a cause that's near and dear to me as my son is living with epilepsy. And I just want to kind of just spread the knowledge, the awareness. And so, yeah. Anyway, y'all, that's it. Peace out. I love y'all. You pray for me. I'll pray for you. And we will what? Watch God change things. Bye, y'all.